All right, guys. So today I've already started filming some more assembly on this. But today I'll be making the brackets. So I took my little guide over there, put it on. I knew that on the motor side I would have to accommodate the motor. So basically these plates could go either way. But I'm going on this plate. On one side, there's nothing on the left of the extrusion, and on the other side, I added, and I just made it full. I don't think I need that much metal, but I mean, at least it's gonna have that much more strength up there. It doesn't really need it though, but basically, I'm if I measure from here to here, I have about 4 inches. So that should be enough for most of the cutting that I have to do. I'm not sure yet if this is going to be good enough for me. I'm assuming it is. I don't see why I would be cutting, going higher than 4 inches. I'm assuming maybe when you want to load and unload the stuff, you might want more space in between your gantry and the rails. So, I mean, these parts are, I could cut them out later on a different date with more precision. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about this so far. So, basically, I'll try this out, and if it doesn't work, I'll just cut out a piece when this machine is functional. That'll be, extra 3 inches, and I'll just have the gantry in consequence in case if ever I want to cut higher up. If ever I want to give myself some more space, I'll just make sure that while I build the Z-axis, that it can actually travel that extra distance before building it for the first time. So I'll just compensate at first. Might be a little bit more expensive, but I mean, it'll be an extra $50 and it'll be future proof. So right now, I'm just gonna set you guys up. I tried messing around with it. Some people said put more pressure. So basically, it's at 75 right now, but when I run it, it goes down to 65. At the same time, I have the water separator, mounted like this for the moment. Eventually, it'll be mounted on the machine once the frame is made. Other than that, I mean, I haven't tapped the holes. I just added the little brackets in the front and mounted the bearings with a bolt in each hole. I mean, these ones are going to support the whole weight of the axis. So I know some people mentioned that I should have put a bolt in each one because it will flex, but I don't expect the Z-axis to weigh more than like 10 pounds. But I do expect the Y-axis to weigh, like it already weighs quite a bit with just this on it. So obviously I want my X-axis, I want every screw on the X-axis like that. I don't have any problems with flexing. I mean, I don't think, I think I could have gone one every other bolt, but I mean, I just listened to you guys, went every bolt hole the whole way. I'm just missing my little stoppers at the end of this thing. So I got the stoppers on the Y-axis, but not on the X-axis. I just, they're right here. I just got to install them. Other than that, I still need, right now I'm cutting this bracket like this, which is just going to mount the X to the Y. And then I will fabricate a bracket that goes lower than this, because I'm either going to get like a piece of tube or just use that extra piece of extrusion over there, and that'll link the two gantries on the bottom, and on that there'll be the lead screw mounted. And if I ever have any problems with one motor pushing the pushing the gantry on the X-axis, I will add a second motor. I mean, I still do have the other driver, and I have space to add another one in the control panel if I do decide to switch. So that won't be a big deal. It'll just be a little bit extra cost for another lead screw, but I mean, it'll just be mostly time. So I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna pick up the torch and try to cut this and see how well I can get this working. I mean, the nozzle is pretty fucked up. Tried buying. I did some more cutting after the review. Couldn't get it to cut any better. Then I I took it apart, put it back together. It started shooting a little bit straighter, but it's still crooked. Um, and the air. So basically, I told myself I'll give myself all the chances I can. Um, I put more water separator on the inline, but I don't think that was the problem. But I mean, I for sure need it. But so the other thing I did was, and I already mentioned it, but basically, whenever I run the torch, it goes to 65 while running. So before I set it to 55, like they say to do, but whenever I was running it, would go down to 45. So I'm assuming that has to do with the size of the line. This is only quarter inch, quarter inch tube. So I'm compensating right now. So I'm running at a running 65. So it's a little bit higher than what they recommend, but a lot of people online were saying, just bump it an extra 10 psi for your running. You should just see an improvement. I mean, if they said that if you just run higher pressure, you're just gonna get a better slag. I don't know what you call that, slag removal. So I'll put the camera down and I'll start cutting. All right, so this is after the cut. I don't know how well you see it in the time lapse, but probably not very well. I did cut. I mean, I did have a hard time taking it off. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this Thulium weld plasma cutter is kind of too cheap. So, I mean, this was take two. I mean, I am making functional parts because I still have it. I'm waiting for Amazon to come pick it up. But basically, I saw another one on Amazon. Asked the seller if I would make him a video review on YouTube, if he would give me like a discount. He said yeah. So it's not a big discount, but I mean, I am just a home gamer, and eventually, if I do get big enough, on YouTube, I imagine I will get like maybe a sponsorship or something like that. And so right now, I'm stuck with this thing, but I mean, it should be returning like this week or next week. I have another one coming in, so I'll be doing a review on that one. The other one is a Yes Welder. I think it's the same amps or a little bit less amps than this one, but it says it has the same capacity, but the reviews seem to be a lot better on YouTube. It is more expensive than this one, but I imagine, with price comes quality. But the only thing that bugs the crap out of me is that they look the same, and I do know that they probably come from the same factory, which kind of bugs the crap out of me. But I mean, if the reviews are better, I imagine it's just a better quality product. I mean, I am running it a little higher than what it says. Maybe I could lower it, and like that when I run it when I cut the second piece, I'll see maybe if I do a running 55 psi, if it's any better. But I mean, the nozzle kind of got scrapped when I was trying to plunge cut through this half-inch plate here. Wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure it was already shooting crooked before that plunge cut. But I mean, I tried cleaning it with some jet drills or jet nozzle cleaners. That didn't work. Tried, removing the most amount of slag as possible. That didn't work. So really, right now, I mean, this is the cut quality. So I mean, it is leaving slag on top. That that could be because of the air. I don't know. But I mean, right now it's cutting the parts. I'm not having to do it with a grinder. I mean, grinder would have been fine for this, but this was just faster to hook up. Put this on it and just cut. So I'll leave you guys to it. So I got the second piece. I tried to freehand it a bit at the end there, but I would say that wasn't a really great idea. It looked like it cut better at that lower setting, but I had a lot more places where it didn't cut all the way through to this 3/16 plate. So I'm gonna have a little bit of cleanup here to do, just straighten this edge, you know, deburr it. And look, this is the side by side. So this is the piece I cut at a higher pressure. Ignore this piece here, but you could see like there seems to be less slag on top of the part. I know I did move this part quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure before there was more slag on top of this. And underneath, this is the underneath part. Seems to be, you know, quite a bit of slag on the bottom. You know, this part seems to have, you know, in some parts it seems to have less, in some parts it seems to have more, but like this was my freehanding. So I mean, I wouldn't really recommend buying this welder, this plasma cutter. You know, there's probably the fact that I'm also very new at this, so I probably don't know enough to be an expert to say whether or not it's a good one or not. But you know, at the same time, they're selling this to, you know, normal people, and I did read the instruction manual, and you know, that's when I found out that it doesn't cut 3/4 inch. It only cuts 5/8 max and only 1/2 inch clean. So I mean, to like the normal person, they're like kind of selling this to the person who doesn't read the instructions and hope that they're really happy with cutting their sheet metal and then, you know, probably boosting their sales that way. But the other brand, I did ask for the manual ahead of time. It's Yes Welder, by the way, the other one. So they told me buy it, and once you get it, tell us, and we'll do your rebate. I also asked for the manual ahead of time, so I already have the manual. I've read through it. Nothing that they say in the manual seems to contradict what's in the product description, and at the same time, the other plasma cutter does come with like a cutting chart. So like if you're cutting this, you should be at that, like this pressure and this amperage. I mean, not that I don't think it really matters for most people, because I think most people just leave it at max and they just run whatever recommended air pressure it says. But it is nice to not have to, you know, guess, and you could always like look up at what the manufacturer or the seller says to be running the machine at. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna keep working on this on these plates. Wait until this one cools down a bit, then clean it off, then cut it straight, and then I'm gonna start cutting my holes and then transfer these holes to this plate, since they are ambidex, and I will be using them, you know, face to face. So like they'll be like this on the machine. So on one side it'll be like this, on the other, like, you know, on the two sides of the gantry it'll be the, you know, the exact same thing, just so they look exactly the same. And maybe I'll use this to mount something else at some point. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good weekend, because it is a weekend. I will go keep working on this and edit the video later on today. All right, so the brackets are painted. I just finished applying that first coat. We'll apply a second coat when I get finished recording this part. So I tapped the holes on this side, tapped the holes on the other side, made sure that the holes aligned with the holes here. I threaded, I tapped M5, I think M5 by M5 coarse, so that would be M5 0.8 millimeters. So that's like kind of the next step. Then once that's going to be done, I will be able to cut some steel to lay under these gantries and make a little table with these two things. And once the table is kind of done being assembled, I'll be able to plop this guy into place and screw the brackets to the linear bearings. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today. I gotta go edit what I filmed today, and then we'll spend some time with the kids. It's the weekend after all, and tomorrow I will be working a bit on this project, but for the moment, like not much I could do today. I do want to go get some tubular tube steel, so like maybe an 1.5 inch or 2 inch by 2 inch, something like that. Not sure yet. I have some steel at home, but it's this 1 inch tube, and I don't really want to be using that for this project. I'd much rather use something like 2 inch by 2 inch square tube to be making the table like that. At least I know the table that this will be mounted to will be rigid and shouldn't move. So I'll leave you guys to that. I'll go apply my second coat and go edit the video. Have a nice one, guys.